We're reacting to the loneliest millionaire on the internet. This is about XQC. If you don't know him, you should know him. Um, but yeah, let's get into this. By Golfcart again. You know, Golfcart, pretty goated. Nice videos, like I said before in the Jinxie video I reacted to. It was also by Golfcart. So let's get into this.
The first rule of being an A-list streamer is brutal, but simple. Once you turn the camera on, you never get to turn it off. To the world, he's XQC, one of the most watched, highest paid personalities.
Yes, I'm gonna eat while reacting.
The biggest streamer on Twitch.
The fame, the 9-figure deals, the constant roar of 40,000 live viewers. From the outside, it looks like the ultimate success story. But that is not the story you're about to see. This story is much darker. Because sometimes you get everything you ever wanted, just to lose everything that ever mattered.
That's nothing. You're not the right here.
Now, every story about a downfall starts somewhere, and for XQC, it started at the top. Felix Lengyel was a professional gamer turned full-time streamer. Online,
WXQC.
And by early 2018, he'd already built a massive following. Over 200,000 people followed him on Twitch, and every night, thousands tuned in just to watch the madness unfold.
Nobody will ever do it.
Random fact about XQC I just remembered. He's really good at skateboarding. Like, I remember watching him. He did a skateboarding stream. He was really good, bro. He busted his ass a couple times. But, like, he used to skateboard. I did not expect him to use to skateboard. Well, I mean, maybe a little bit. He low-key got that little vibe to him. Let's continue.
XQC was the definition of an internet troll. He talked weird, said whatever popped into his head. And yeah, he wasn't exactly the cleanest guy around, but that's not really the point, because he could make quite literally anything entertaining. Back then, the magic was in his reactions. It really didn't matter what happened. Dying in game, getting stream sniped, some annoying TTS donation. He'd explode, lose his mind, and somehow make it hilarious. But over time, the chat started catching on. They realized that the more they pushed him, the better content got. So it kind of became this game. Who could piss him off the most? Who could get the biggest reaction? Every week, the stunts got worse, and what started as harmless trolling was slowly turning into something mean. The line between the stream and real life was starting to blur. And in about 2 seconds, someone was about to take it too far.
I'm coming out.
Oh, he got swatted, huh?
Hands up.
For the first time in his life, Felix found himself staring down the barrels of a few standard issue LAPD Glocks. A viewer from his stream had found his home address and called the police reporting a violent threat.
Hey, if anyone sees this video, if any of you ever do this shit or think of doing this shit, you're fucking weird, bro. It is not cool. Y'all are putting streamers' lives in danger. They have not done shit to you, let's be honest. They probably did it just because they didn't agree with something he said, bro. How could you, a viewer, a nobody, let me not say nobody because that's rude, but how could you want to put a streamer in a predicament just because you don't agree with something he's saying? You want him to get into a predicament where he could lose his life. This is a serious thing. People can lose their lives from getting swatted. We need to not do that. And the internet just has to stop being weird, for real.
This is known as swatting. It's an internet prank that's gotten people killed before. And for Felix, this was the moment that changed everything. He realized that being live meant being exposed, that anyone with a grudge or a twisted sense of humor could reach through the screen and make his real life collapse in seconds. So he started closing doors. No more personal details, no leaks, no risks. His addresses, his circle, and even what he said on stream, all of it got locked down. From that point forward, XQC was
crazy, man.
too. There was the version everyone knew, the chaotic, high-energy streamer who seemed to live entirely online. And then there was the other side, the one he kept completely off camera. That's where this story gets interesting, because what the internet thought they were watching wasn't real life. It was a reflection stitched together from a million half-truths. What was actually happening behind the scenes is a whole different story. With Felix's address being leaked online, he realized he needed to move. He left his apartment and moved in temporarily with the girl he had met just a few months ago. Her name was Sammy, a fellow streamer in the Overwatch community, better known as Adept. With a new setup and a new apartment, Felix once again went live.
It's what time is it? 10? I think it's on the go again.
And from the outside, nothing looked wrong. If anything, it looked better than usual.
Is this working, boys, or what?
He was streaming more than ever, laughing more than ever, making more money than ever.
Does that look like a shark?
Every month, the numbers continued to climb. The chat was bigger, the clips were everywhere, and Twitch was basically becoming his playground. Eventually, Felix found a new place, something more permanent. and Adept moved in with him. Online, they insisted they were just roommates, but whenever they were on stream
They was fucking. It was fucking. Let's be honest. It was fucking.
together, they didn't exactly look like just roommates.
Fix these right up. Oh my god, he really did.
It was kind of sweet. Two streamers building a life off of the same madness. They'd joke on stream, sometimes argue a little, but the infinitely parasocial chat would eat it up. It felt like a look into his real life. And maybe that's why nobody thought twice when things seemed off. If he changed rooms, it was just a new setup. If he ended the stream early, chat blamed the bad sleep schedule. Little things you only notice when you already know how the story ends. From 2020 to 2022, it was the golden run. XQC became Twitch's poster boy. He was the single most watched streamer for 3 years in a row. He'd go live for 10 hours a day, grinding some random game or reacting to whatever was trending, then go to sleep, wake up, and do it again the next day. On the surface, XQC was living the perfect life. He had the fame, the dream car, the $1 million mansion, and the cherry on top of it all, Felix and Sammy finally told their fans what everyone already knew. They were dating. Everyone watching thought, damn, XQC's living the dream. And for a while, maybe he was. But in reality, everything was falling apart. To understand why everything went wrong, we need to rewind. All the way.
This is not about the video right now, but I'm gonna say something after I say this about the video. Oh, my cam died. I didn't even notice. I'm not restarting the video. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Alright. I'm back. Back to what I was saying. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if y'all seen it, but well, no, y'all didn't because my cam was dead. Bro, I drink. Like, sometimes I drink the sauce. Is that weird or not? I think that's something completely normal. Or do I just be doing weird shit, bro? I think I be doing weird shit sometimes. Hey, and also, about this XQC shit. That's facts, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I get big, bro, I'm scared to see what my mental space would be like. Like, right now, I could say, well, I am gonna say, I'm gonna be living the fucking life. I'm gonna be happy as shit, you know what I mean? But in reality, am I really gonna be happy as shit, or am I gonna be fucked mentally? Like, all these other streamers are fucked mentally, you know what I mean? Like, all these big streamers, they said it themselves. Ron, Adapt, like, literally, all the, like, the FaZe boys, bro, the hardships they go through mentally, it's so strong, and being some of the biggest people on, like, the internet, in the streaming, space, I don't think that helps at all, bro. Like, they could be, like, I don't know, man. I'd be scared, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be scared. But back to the video. I'm just proud that they be doing this. Like, they be getting through it, bro. Especially the FaZe guys. XQC too, I could just tell that he's, like, very unemotional because how hurt he is. And I hope all of them, they can get better one day, you know what I mean?
Back to 2018. After moving in with Adept, the swattings didn't just magically go away. Somehow, within weeks, his address kept getting leaked online, and once it was out there, it was only a matter of time before the police showed up at his door.
It actually get me the fuck out of here, man. I'm so f***ing knowing all of it, man. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm about to know. I don't want to live anymore.
Felix learned fast. After those first incidents, he made sure it never happened live again. No cameras, no chat reactions, nothing for the trolls to feed on.
We'll be on the move for a little bit, but it'll be fine. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. It's whatever.
But every time he thought he'd found a safe spot, something would slip. One day he'd be streaming from one place, and the next, somewhere completely different.
I'll find a way to get my stuff somewhere I can keep it safe. I'll find a way.
Sometimes he'd crash at a friend's house, or head back to Montreal to stay with his parents until he could find a new place. But none of it really felt safe.
Almost every day, the police came to our house with a full squad. I was genuinely scared that I was going to die.
Now, anyone near
See the Aiden Ross, he's tapped in with the people in Miami. He's tapped in with the cops down there. So he can't get swatted no more. I mean, if I get to that level to where I could tap in with the police stations and shit and let them know I'm a streamer, I'm doing this, that, and the third for me, y'all do not, when y'all get a call to this residence, this or that for me, it's false accusation. You guys can send people, but you guys could send people, but please be careful. Do not have rifles out or guns, please. For me, like, on some shit. Just letting them know, for me, like, just come check. I promise nothing bad's going on here.
Sammy, friends, family were in danger solely because he was there with them.
Just me being around people, like, endangers them. It's just kind of, like, unfair for others.
And the worst part, there wasn't really anything he could do about it. The more famous he got, the bigger the audience became, and the more dangerous that 1% of it became too.
I don't know what the is wrong with you guys. I don't know what the is wrong with you absolute degenerates.
Moving became routine. Every so often came a new house with a new setup, and each time it looked the same. A plain, empty bedroom.
I just thought, if I purchase a home, and I'm the only person on the title, it's my home, I thought, what could possibly go wrong? And sometimes I realize, like, it just doesn't matter, dude. I can't have shit.
Whether he had an actual setup or not, he'd start...
Wouldn't it be smarter to put the home name in somebody else's name? Put in somebody else's name, have a complete, like, I don't know, bro. I would, like, want to crack down on everything to, like, completely stay safe. I don't know what I would do. Whether, like, VPNs or shit like that, but I might have to hire somebody. Maybe I could have a personal hacker one day, make sure no threats come through and shit like that.
Streaming regardless. He simply wasn't going to let that 1% of viewers ruin it for the other 90. Over time, he would slowly but surely fill the space. Sometimes it was posters on the wall, or adding a bed, cool lights, or maybe some plants to the stream room. But it seemed like the minute it actually started to feel like a home, like someone actually lived there, the cycle restarted.
Okay, well, I guess we'll move again, and we'll start it again, and hopefully, and it's probably gonna blow up again.
After a while, you could see it wearing on him. The sleep deprivation, the junk food, the constant anxiety. It all started to pile up. Somewhere in that blur of streams and relocations, the pressure began to break through.
XQC is, if you watch his content, renowned
so fucked,
for
bro.
being really, really bad at sleeping.
X has night terrors where he runs through the house screaming.
Felix started having night terrors. Real, physical ones.
This morning, I was bloody. Yeah, I did have a fight, actually. Yeah.
Ow, that's crazy. When he wakes up to that, do you freak out, Adept? It doesn't scare you?
He'd wake up gasping, disoriented, sprinting across the room trying to escape something that wasn't there.
And so, oh my god.
I just wake up with no air, and I just run. Dude, there's like holes in the walls because of it. Dude, look, there's one above the bed. Look at that. Literally ran straight into the wall.
That's so
Whether he was with the
fucked,
Adept
man.
or staying with friends, they would have to pull him out of it before he hurt himself. But sometimes he didn't wake up fast enough.
I woke up and I hurt myself in panic. That's all. So I don't really know what happened. But it should be fine for now, though.
And even then, the very next day he was still alive. Because for Felix, stopping meant thinking. And thinking was worse.
In a way, when I go live, I have my own little sun, or my little spotlight above my head, right? Recently, it's been like, spotlight goes off, and it's just darkness.
At one point, after years of this cycle, things got so bad that he started writing a will. He genuinely wasn't sure how much longer he'd last if things kept going the same way.
I had a bunch of bad thoughts. Things kept happening that were really bad and scary. I felt like I wasn't gonna live very long.
When he began going through what he had and figuring out where it should all go, it naturally fell to his family. But one name wasn't there, Adept's. And when she found out, everything blew to Kingdom Come. This was the start of something that would turn into one of the most bizarre and public breakups the internet had ever seen.
After that, things just kind of like,
Hold on. Is he talking about the will? The girl was tweaking out because her name was not on the will? First of all, that's fucked because, yeah, I would want, like, my girl. That just shows that she just wants all the assets that come with it, bro. Like, if X died, she would just want what comes with it. You know what I mean? That's a sign right there by itself. And also, she should be on something like, you know, hey, we're not gonna die. You know, you're not gonna die. You're gonna live a long life. There's no need. Like, when you find out your name's not on the will, you're almost saying that you're expecting bro to die. And when he does die, you want what comes with it. Like, that's fucked, bro. Get her out of here. Get her out of here, man.
When Adept found out she wasn't included in Felix's will, the tension between them began to boil over.
why are you raising your tone?
Really annoying.
You're raising your tone.
I'm tired of hiding behind this that you do every time.
Okay, can you understand that I always do this, and it's not target.
God, here we go.
What started as a couple's argument slowly grew into something much bigger, one that pulled in Felix's family and refused to fade.
Sammy, you
I
called
did
my
not.
family psycho, crazy,
You did
conniving
that
ass
too.
crack. I
Went
blamed
against
myself.
our
You
agreements.
talked to me
You
for 3
went
hours,
against our
blaming
private
everybody else.
conversations.
do this with you anymore. You are not a victim here. You have never been a victim here. I'm done speaking with you. You are not a victim. Stop victimizing yourself.
I'm sorry. This got too heavy. I'm sorry. Bye.
Over the next few months, things only got worse. Arguments kept resurfacing, and every attempt to fix things seemed to just make it worse.
Damn, that was my last source.
Sorry. See? Classic. Just like before the stream, you say an argument or say your remark, and you leave, and then you're like, got him, dude. That's not how it works, though.
Eventually, Felix felt like he was cornered, like he had to choose just one, family or debt.
I was cornered into choosing between family and Sammy, and unfortunately, what happened is that I kind of just chose family.
And that decision of everything that...
Hey, oh God, I never choose a bitch. What the fuck? Hey, gang, in my opinion, fuck that girl. Fuck her. I'm choosing my family, bro. That ass. It'll always be like that. And whenever I'm in a relationship, bro, I'm letting them know, bro. I'm letting them know right off the bat. You are not more important than my family. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Anything happens, family's coming first. I'm telling you right now. Now, if it's to a point where she has my kid, or that's my wife, or I'm ready to make that my wife, that's when we graduate. For me, now you become one of my main priorities.
Came next.
Why are no other streamers talking about XQC divorce? Like how major it is. This ain't like some little thing. Like this is major. This is having an impact on him psychologically.
After a string of public arguments and tense on-stream moments, Adept took things a step further. She filed a claim saying this wasn't just a breakup. According to her, she and Felix were married under common law, which meant she was entitled to half of everything he owned. Within weeks, the dispute moved from live streams to...
Yeah, fucking right. What the fuck? Yo, X better get the craziest lawyers, bro. Get her out of here. Fuck, I want her money now.
In Texas, official filings started rolling in, and the court stepped in to stabilize the situation while it played out. Adept was granted exclusive use of Felix's BMW and Tesla. Felix, on the other hand, was suddenly restricted. No more luxury spending, no gambling, nothing beyond the essentials. They were barred from entering each other's homes, and more importantly, forbidden from talking about any of it online. Essentially, a gag order. Once again, Felix was split in two, the version everyone thought they knew, and the one left behind when the camera turned off. But this time, the internet filled the void. Today, those court records are sealed, but back then, they were open to anyone who knew where they were. A few creators dug them up before they vanished behind closed doors, and with each new filing, the internet got another glimpse into the story Felix couldn't tell himself.
Hey guys.
How's it going? This is Stephen A. Sarch, a journalist who's written for outlets like Business Insider and Rolling Stone. But more importantly, he was one of the first people to break this whole story.
The common law marriage itself always seemed really odd to me. Her only evidence behind the common law marriage was in 2020, they went to Canada and they told the TSA that they were married because that was the only way they were going to get in because of COVID protocols.
A common law marriage basically means you're married without the ceremony or license. There's just 3 requirements. You have to live together, tell people you're married, and both agree that you are. But miss one of those, and it doesn't count.
Felix has never publicly made any sort of statement that the common law marriage was, in fact, real.
I'm not married!
I don't want to, bash Adept. I don't want to just, say she was grasping at straws.
It
Yeah,
is
she was
hard to
rasping,
discuss
bro.
this story.
She was rasping. She wanted the money,
Speaking
bro.
ill of
Fuck
that,
that.
because if you just look at the court filings, it does seem fairly malicious.
Her whole report was all about, I need spousal support. Make them pay.
But, taking her opinion into account, it was clear that she felt that she kind of built this guy up and kind of helped him reach the level that he reached.
Speaking of crazy deals, XQC, one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, just took a 2-year deal, $100 million with Kick.
Wow.
Everyone, when it came to XQC, was focused on the Kick deal.
What is going on?
$100 million.
This is a non-exclusive contract for 2 years, meaning XQC gets to have his cake, eat it too, and the baker.
It was and still is the biggest streaming deal social media has ever seen. Yet, it came right when XQC seemed to be at his lowest.
I understand that XQC can kind of feel slighted by all of this. I was watching the Impulsive clip earlier, and clearly, this still kind of bothers him.
Felix, I gotta ask you this. Are you going to give all of your money to your ex-girlfriend?
Oh, man.
Adept, the person who had been in his life for years, was now the person tearing it apart.
The deeper you are invested with somebody, the deeper that you...
Yeah, bro. It's that chewy part I was talking about in the video yesterday, bro. Ew. I hate that shit.
Trust them, the harder betrayal will feel when it happens.
What started as a conversation about his will, about money, and what would happen if something went wrong, spiraled into something much bigger. And somewhere along the way, Felix lost someone that felt like home.
I wasn't the best boyfriend at times, but I don't think anybody deserves to feel that level of betrayal ever.
The fallout rolled straight into his family. Words were said, lines were crossed, and even months later, things still hadn't really healed. So he did what he always does when everything falls apart. He streamed, because chat was the only thing that still felt familiar.
At the end of the day, all I want to do is go back to this. I don't want to spend time enjoying the thing that this comes with, right? The status or whatever. All that shit is like, it's just fucking noise. It actually is. It's noise.
Sometimes he'd go live and talk in circles, half-coded rants about things that he hadn't said. You could tell he wanted to open up. He just couldn't. And the longer that went on, the lonelier it looked.
Money just changes people, man. And people say it's changed me. You wanna know why? You wanna do something about me? Everybody around me, just that's all they cared about is just money shit. When everybody around me starts thinking about it like so much, right? Then it annoys me. And there's me right here, everybody's next to me, and then everybody's looking past me to whatever I have. And it's like, okay, well, how do I get the focus back on me? That I'll just burn it then. Like that's kind of like logical conclusion almost. Sometimes it feels like I'd have none of the problems I have now if it wasn't for that.
Over time, the streams got shorter and less consistent, but the outbursts and the drama grew. It was like watching someone set fire to the parts of their life that still worked.
I didn't change for the longest time, and it felt like that's all people wanted. So yeah, I bought really dumb. I wasted money on the stupidest thing I could ever find. I would rather see that money go up in flames on useless than being just in it, giving to people that's all they care about.
After months of filings, restrictions, and silence, it finally ended.
You know what I would have done if I was X, dead ass? I'm going straight. I'm building housing. I'm gonna help the people that actually need it. You know what I mean? Need it instead of want it. I'm gonna find certain people that want to get back onto their feet. For me, kind of like a homeless shelter, but it's gonna be by me. For me, find people that want to get back on their feet. For me, if somebody wants to be a fucking content creator, I'll help them too, for me. Like, if there's a homeless person that want to be a content creator and I see that, I see their aspirations, I'm giving them a chance. I'll give them a month. 1 month living in there. See how it goes. That would help for me, but I want to see their consistency. I'm not going to help them with shit. Just the housing. Y'all got the housing. If you need food for me, I'll help with that. But as they want to do something, they're going to have to do that completely by themselves. I'll have to see how that would work.
Court dismissed the case. The claims were dropped. No more orders, no more waiting. For the first time in nearly a year, Felix could finally speak again.
They just gave me the news that I was no longer in any significant legal battle, and it's all over. After months
That's beautiful, man.
and months sitting in the dark, I actually had something or somebody tell me and validate that my brain was rooted in reality.
In the end, Felix never really escaped the chaos. He just stopped letting it define him. The cameras are still there. The chat still moves a mile a minute, but he's not hiding behind it anymore. When he goes live, it's not to fill the silence. It's because he actually wants to be there. The line between XQC and Felix will probably always exist, but for the first time, it doesn't feel like a mask. It feels more of like a balance. He can log off, disappear for a while, and the world keeps spinning. The stream doesn't have to be his whole life anymore. And maybe that's the real win. Not the contracts, not the numbers, not the record-breaking deals, but finally being okay with just being himself.
Crazy video by Golfcart, man. This video was beautiful, bro. So glad X got out of that. He got out of that predicament. Finally, no longer in legal battles. It'd be great. I mean, he probably doesn't want to find a companion, as in a wife, anymore. That really sucks that one person could ruin you so much to the point that they don't even want anything anymore, you know what I mean? Shout out to XQC. Shout out to Golfcart for making the video. And let's go on to the next one, man.